Okay, my name is William Austin, and today I will be asking Leo a couple of questions on my assignment on discovering strengths. And first of all, I had to get Leo consent to make sure that it is okay for me to ask him a couple of questions about himself and his personal life. And Leo, can I have your consent to ask you a couple of questions
Yes,
for
you can.
my homework assignment?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And this will be graded by my professor.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the first question I would like to ask you is, what would you not change about yourself, your situation, and your life?
Myself, I wouldn't change how caring and understanding I am about myself. My situation as of now, the way it is, I've got a great life, I've got a great job, I've got a loving daughter. I wouldn't change that for the world, and it's what matters to me the most. My life, I'm just here, just living life, enjoying every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So basically, you wouldn't change not too much about your life at
I
all?
really wouldn't change too much about it. I mean, everyone has their problems and everyone has their disagreements and whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll move on to question number 2. What advantages or benefits do others see in your approach in life?
Well, my approach, I think it really stands out in my job. I usually approach people with positivity, with kindness, and with good customer service. I try to tend to have better customer service with everything. Like if I go to a store, my customer service is definitely going to be better than the person giving the customer service. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm big on that because I've received bad customer service. I think about how would that person make that person feel. Like they might be having a bad day and I'm just adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be part of that.
Okay, so
know?
you try to improve other people
Try
while
to
you improve yourself.
be infectious with the positivity that I exude.
Okay.
Even though it's small, it's a big thing for me because I think the smallest things do make the biggest difference. It's like the ripple effect. And if you drop a pebble in the water, it just grows and grows and grows.
Right.
And so, hopefully, if it makes his day better, then he's probably going to make someone else's day better too.
Okay. All right, great. All right. Okay, the third question that I would like to ask is, despite your current problems, what part of life are going fairly well for you?
What part of life is going fairly well? What part of life is going fairly well? I get to talk to my daughter all the time. I'm not in a bad relationship with my ex-wife. We have a good understanding.
Mm-hmm.
We're not constantly fighting. What else? I work in a great place with people I consider family.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, that's the only thing I really think about.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, but like I said, everyone has problems. It's just how you act about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, just the way I approach problems, I don't ever let it affect me.
Okay.
I try not to.
So is there anything else that's going fairly well besides your work and your daughter? And what about on the outside?
On the outside?
Outside of work?
Well, I've got good friends and I've got good acquaintances. What else? And then family's always good. I keep in touch with my family all the time. Now, I'm a very religious person, so I'm big and I'm really close to God. And I don't have a consistent church I go to. However, I do my Bible study and I do talks with other religious type of people and stuff like that. And,
So that makes your life better.
Yeah, it fulfills me, right?
Okay.
It really does.
All right. Okay. Tell me about times when you successfully handled a serious problem.
A serious problem. Whoa.
It can
There's
be at
several.
work or out of work.
Okay.
You can
Well,
pick anyone.
I'll
or
just say,
several if you want.
all right. For personal reasons, my divorce.
Mhm.
That was really bad. It hit me hard.
Right.
And with that, I went through this whole depression stage and stuff like that, and I knew why she was divorcing me. I knew what was happening behind the lines, but then again, I was the bigger person, and I got over it and just moved on and moved on to the bigger picture. So everything was, it's not about me, it's not about her, it's about my daughter. So to provide her and give her the best life I can.
Okay. So what type of avenues did you go through to?
I went through
handle-
Military One Source.
handle it?
I went through counseling. I went through did some deep faith and religious stuff. I did. What else? I confided in family, confided in friends. What else? And just watched a lot of like self-help recordings and books. It's a lot of stuff like that. But for the most part, ministers, pastors, all the religious avenue, my faith actually put me through over the edge and said, "Hey, you're gonna get over this, no problem, easy day."
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay. Where did you find the courage to keep you going in this challenging and stressful situation?
What kept me going? What
Yes.
kept me going was to better myself, to not only about myself, but to show to my daughter that problems do arise. It's how you handle it. It's how you handle the problems in order for you to be successful, and not everything's the end of the world. A lot of people take problems, they just don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to move on. And so I want to show that to her, that yeah, her dad could do it. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going, and that's what keeps me to try to improve myself. So, and that's what motivated me to, one, to go to school, one, to be a better dad, be a better human in general. And also thinking because little girls, they'll choose their life partner when they get older based on their big male figure, the big male influence in the family, and that's going to be me.
Okay.
So I want to exude that person, that I want her to find a person like me, and caring, will take care of her, and just treat her right.
All right. And what type of subjects are you taking in school? Or what are you going to school to be?
I'm going to school for nursing, a bachelor's of science in nursing. Ultimately. But as of now, I'm doing associate in administration. As of now. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to stop at bachelor's. I'm going to probably continue on to master's, because what I found out, that I love school. God, I love school. And that's another thing that keeps me going, because I love learning. I didn't think I would, but I knew through high school and my grade school and stuff like that, I hated school. I just wanted to be popular. I just wanted to have friends. I just wanted to be accepted. Then, and then that really put me in the wrong path. So I went ahead and just joined the military and whatnot. And from there, it really made me realize, like, holy crap, I need to grow up and pull my head out of my, what.
Right.
And it's time to be a man, and it's time because no one's gonna hold your hand all the time. If you don't make something of yourself,
Right.
no one's gonna pay you.
Are you going to school mostly online, or are you going to school classroom?
I'm doing classroom.
Okay.
I'm doing classroom stuff. What I've learned, what I've noticed is I've actually tried online. Maybe it's because it was just too early for me, but it's because I didn't have the discipline. But now that I do have the discipline, I probably could do online. However, I do like the camaraderie. I do like the class discussions, and I do find myself retaining more of the information, especially when you're getting information from the teacher, and you can get feedback, especially when it's like really complicated questions and stuff like that.
Okay. And for your friends, have you met any friends while in school?
Oh yeah. I'm a friendly guy. People just gravitate to me because like, oh, he's pretty cool, because I'm very personable and very customer service oriented, very sociable.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm down to the last questions, and we have about 5 more minutes to go. So,
Well, maybe I
do
could add on to the other questions, but go ahead.
Yeah,
That's all right.
we can go back and recant some more, and then
Okay,
go back over
and
it a little
recap.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about what others people. What do other people like about you?
What other people like about me? That I try to treat people right, and I try not to take sides, and I try to stay neutral. I try not to be judgmental, and I try to be as understanding as possible. I try to accept people for who they are, what they're about, and try to learn about their life, and try not to impose my beliefs on others. That's one of the biggest things. I think that's what the biggest thing that helped me in order for me to be like that. I think is because I was a military brat, and I had to learn how to adapt to everything, because you're going to meet a whole bunch of different people, and you get a lot of different situations. And I travel all through overseas, and so becoming a military brat, you just meet kids from all walks of life, in different cultures. So I got exposed early to different cultural backgrounds and different personalities as a child.
Okay.
So that was always good for me.
Okay. Tell me about things that you went through in the military that you think might have. Is there any stressful events in the military that you might have?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stressful events, especially when they have
you might have went through that you probably helped someone else, or someone might have helped you through it.
Right. Well, there's stressful situations. I've been in situations where they tell you you're gonna deploy within a week. I've been there.
Right.
And we'll have an instance where my ex-wife had to go deploy, and so that was really stressful, and that was really stressful for my daughter and stuff like that. And going through that made me a stronger person. It made me learn to be a very responsible person, especially trying to take care of a 2-year-old by herself.
Right.
And after that, then come to find out, when my friends, I'm friends with other military wives and family friends, they going through the same situation, and I was a big help. That situation helped me later on to help them say, look, I understand what you're going through. The best thing to do is, sometimes you won't be able to contact them. Sometimes you won't be able to confide in them when things get stressful, especially when bills and everything's just piling down on you. You just got to step back, breathe, and especially when your child is screaming her brains out or something like that.
Right. So did it help you out working with a group of people?
It helped me out working in a group of people. It helped me out dealing with stress. It helped me out with learning, just being an all-around, be able to handle stress and be able to not be so helpless.
Right.
I went out and actually forced myself to outsource to look for help.
Right.
And
okay.
I helped other people do that, and gave them resources that'll be able to help them.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. Well, this is about the end of our interview, and unless you have anything else to add on about how your situation is in life,
How my situation is life.
or anything that you, well, we know we're not going to ask you anything that you would change about yourself, but is there anything else that you would not change about yourself?
That I would not change about myself?
For us, you can talk about the military.
I would, okay, yeah, there was things I
military.
would not change. I would not change the life choices that I made, because I owe the military everything. I owe my mom and dad everything. They taught me everything.
Right.
And I owe the military because they taught me how to grow up real fast.
So you have any other family members that was in the military?
It helped, yeah. Especially when my little brother, that situation helped me out, because when my little brother decided to join the army, and he wanted to do all this and wanted to go, and he found out he was going to go to Iraq, and he was scared. I talked to him on the phone and said, look, man, it's not that serious. Just don't be a hero. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just takes common sense. You have if you're taking rounds down range and you see somebody that needs help, you just got to make the right choices. It's either You go out there when the firefighter's thick and take a chance, or you wait till everything dies down, then you take your moment.
Okay.
You know, that type of deal. And in his situation, he found out that, you know, he wasn't in combat. He didn't have to go door to door looking for insurgents or anything like that. He didn't have to deal with any of that. So that was great.
Right.
That was great. So in his case, he stayed at the motor pool the whole time. I was like, awesome, good stuff.
Right.
He was a big, heavy mechanic in the Army. So,
Okay. All right, that's great. So listen to others helped you a lot.
yes,
Okay.
it did.
And
It
you,
did.
You took what you learned from others and made yourself better also.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I do listen to other people. I used to have a coworker that used to work here in this desk. All the life lessons he said, and all the leadership stuff that he was talked about. I remember almost everything that he said, even the little stories that he's talking
Right.
about. I remember all that. So, and a lot of that stuff, it helped me deal with difficult personalities, and help me deal with situations that would require to making a better choice versus a choice that would impact me negatively,
Okay.
especially in my professional life.
Others helped a lot.
I do listen, because especially in the older generation. When I was younger, I didn't listen to the older generation. Oh, I knew it all, whatever,
Right.
whatever, right?
Okay.
And so now that you're older and you listen to the older generation, they start giving you advice. I actually take it to heart. I think about it. I'm like, oh, all right. And it's crazy, is because like I can still hear their voice in my head, and I still remember all the stories.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay.
type of deal.
Okay.
And it's
Well,
not just him. I also listen to the other people as well.
Uh-huh.
The other older generation who has that experience.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up my discussion on discovering strengths, and I will turn this in. And like I said, this with your consent.
You
and
have my consent.
Teacher's going to look over it.
Yes, please. I'm all about education. Let's do it.
All right. And I appreciate everything, Leo.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day.